Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. Also, I want to sing you a song because I got a message from someone the other day that said, "We haven't heard you sing in a while. I need to hear you sing." I was like, okay, because he's a wonderful person. Anyway, when I was in college, I went to Jacksonville University for my undergrad. I went to Kent State in Ohio for my graduate school. But in undergrad, I had a wonderful, wonderful experience. It was my first time being away from a predominantly black environment. I went to all black schools. Um, and it was the first time being in an environment where I wasn't the majority, I was the minority. And there were so many experiences, there were so many things, so many wonderful experiences, but some were very, very trying. And whenever those trying experiences presented themselves, I tried my best to do something about it. One of them was when I became an RA. Now, I became an RA for two reasons. I wanted a private bathroom, and I wanted the private bathroom because when I would come out of the shower, there was a young woman who would just stare at me, and I was like, what are you staring at?" And she said, "Your breasts are brown." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "The bottoms of your hands are white and the bottoms of your feet are white. I thought your breasts would be white too." I said, "What do you think I am, an orangutan?" She was from some little town in upstate New York, and she had never met any black people. And her father referred to black people as the N word, and she didn't know anything. And she would say things like that. And so I tried to help her. And I think I did. I think I did help her. Um, she was very grateful for the help that she received. The other reason I became an RA is because I wanted to make a difference. There were these infractions. The resident assistant writes up infractions and tries to keep harmony and peace in the dorms, right? Um, the beautiful thing when I was an RA would be the face of parents when they come. You could hear them coming from down the hall. "My daughter is not going to room with some black girl from wherever," and blah, 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 blah. And then they bang on the door, and I open it and go, "Yes." Anyway, the other reason was when my friends who would straighten their hair, they would wear their hair natural, but they straighten it with a straightening comb from time to time. They would get infractions, and because no one wanted to confront them, they'd write up these pink slips for smoking marijuana and slip it under their door. So they'd have all these infractions for smoking marijuana, and they're like, "I'm not smoking marijuana, I'm straightening my hair." But no one wanted to believe them because they didn't understand it. And when we lack understanding, we're often accusing others of things that maybe we've done or we're trying to do. I remember when I first became an RA, the first thing I said was, "Y'all got to stop these infractions for marijuana with black women." Because, first of all, you assume all black people smoke marijuana. Secondly, you don't know the smell of somebody straightening their hair. Well, how would we know it? Right. When they tell you they weren't smoking, that they were straightening their hair, why don't you ask a question? "Well, let me see. What is that like?" "Oh, I didn't know." No. You just decide. They would just decide that what they said was true because it was based on the knowledge that they had. Um, I was proud of the time that I was an RA. I was very helpful. I would provide a place for comfort and prayer. People would come to my dorm room for prayer. I'd come in the room and find people sitting there who were depressed and they wanted to end it. And I would talk to them and talk them through it. I would go for a walk with them. I would, if I knew someone was living off campus with a guy and their parents didn't know, I checked in on them regularly and I made sure that they were safe. And I told them that you've got to contact me immediately if anything happens. And I want to know where you are at all times because your parents don't know and somebody should. So it was effective not just for people who look like me, but for everybody. And I think that that's the thing that we need to understand, that learning the truth doesn't take anything away from those who've hid it. In fact, exposing the truth of all of this makes the world better for everybody. So, now the song for my friend who wanted to hear it. We cannot change the world we see till change begins with you and me. change the world around us when the change begins within. So let the change begin. Let the change begin. Let the change begin.